Hello everyone, I'm Farmer Sim and welcome back to Saxlingham. I do hope you're all doing very well and having a brilliant day. So, you join me out in field 39 here. I'm just, as you can see, spreading a bit of lime in this field, getting it ready for the soybeans that we're going to be drilling very, very soon. Now, we've got 3 fields that are empty, this being one of them that we do need to get some crops into. We've got field 42 here, a relatively big field just to the north of the farm that we're going to be drilling some sorghum in. We've got field 46 here for sunflowers, and obviously the one we're in here, as I say, just increasing the pH levels a bit to get some soybeans into the ground. But this episode of this series is, as far as I'm aware at the minute, it's going to be the last one here. For me, it's time to, I just feel it's time to move on. I'm going to miss my farm here and what I've got going on here on Saxlingham. But just as a content creator, needing to keep things relevant and fresh and not let things drag on for too long, that's the main reason for it. Of course, we've had there's a good few maps coming out and have come out. The main one, of course, being Whitcomb Park Farm, that I'd very much like to get my teeth into and do a bit of content on there for you all. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my UK setup as it was from here over to Whitcomb Park Farm in the very near future. I've got a little bit of planning to do, a little bit of work to sort out and get some ideas going for that one. But I do have some ideas, and I'd very much like to just have a go. Like I say, as a content creator, it is important to keep things fresh. Not just for you guys as viewers and for content on the channel, but also for me as well. You know, I am a player at the end of the day, and you just get that urge. You just want to get your teeth into the new thing that's just come out, don't you? And that's really just what I want to do. That's what it is, I suppose. Like I say, but I don't want to just abandon this farm. I don't just want to go, right, that's the end of it, I'm going to move on to something else. I want to do it, in my mind, properly. I want to at least take it to a point that I feel is the right point to say goodbye to it, so to speak. And that's get all the fields done, get all the fields drilled. We've also got, so like I say, we're gonna drill the sorghum, the sunflowers, and the soybeans today. We've got the JCB ready to go over at the farm there. We're going to hitch up the planter, get that loaded up with a bit of seed, and get those fields done. We've got field 16 here, which is just over 26.5 acres. We planted some potatoes in here. This is going to be a cash crop. Now, I'm not going to get the chance to harvest these. Obviously, these aren't going to be ready to go for a good few months yet, but yeah, the field's looking good, and that is going to be a vast quantity of cash for the farm in the near future. So it's just a nice place to leave it. And I'm sure I'm not on my own here, am I, ladies and gentlemen? I'm sure you've all experienced it, where you've got a setup, you've got a save game going, and a new map comes out and you want to get into it. And maybe it's different as when you're just a player. I say just in inverted commas, because you just, you know, you can have multiple save games running, as I do too. But from a content creator's perspective, it's very difficult to find that balance, because I can't, and I've done this before, I'm speaking from experience, when I've got too many saves and series going on, you not lose track of yourself, but you lose track of time, I suppose, because you run out of time to make all these series. I wish I could just sit here day in, day out, constantly doing nothing but making different series for you all and for the channel, for content. But real life gets in the way, it really does. At the minute, I know a few of you know this, at the minute I'm in the middle of trying to find a house and buy a house with Mrs. Farmer Sim and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background that does take my concentration away from being able to just sit in front of my computer and talk to myself for hours at a time, making content for all you wonderful people. So it's finding the balance of making content and doing what I need to do in real life and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but at the same time, I really want to get my teeth into something new. Like I say, I've got a nice idea for something to do on Whitcomb Park Farm. I'm sure you're all aware that that's now coming out. That's now come out, sorry, and it is a beautiful map, it really is, and I'd love to get my teeth into it and do something on there. But of course, we can't forget Saxlingham, because there's there is a version of this being worked on. Farm Sim Brisco is very busy in the background working on a 4x version of this map, which is going to be incredible, because this, on its own, as the 1x map that it is, this is still one of the very best United Kingdom maps that we have here. It is a beautiful map. It is still so very popular. A lot of people are still playing this map. It's a cracking multiplayer map, because the fields are just the perfect size for me anyway. It's wonderful. But yeah, a 4X map is on its way. It's not going to be out for quite a long time. There's a huge amount of work going into creating a 4X map. I'm sure you all appreciate that. But, needless to say, it's still going. The name Saxlingham will live on for a very long time because, yeah, the 4X version is going to be out at some time in the near future. But, for me, anyway, like I say, it's time to move on, create some fresh content, and get my teeth into something new. But I don't want to leave this one. I don't just want to abandon it. I've done that in the past, haven't I? Where something new comes along and very much like a magpie to a shiny thing, I'm like, ooh, shiny, and then I move on to something new. But I feel bad in myself because I haven't, in inverted commas, boxed off a particular series. So I've tried, when I have ended a series, I've tried to make sure that I've bought it, at least announced it and brought it to an official end, as I did with Iowa cattle, for example. And that's what I'm doing here today. So, anyway, so we'll get this field finished off, get this lime finished off now, and get back to the farm, load up with a bit of seed, and start getting some drilling done. So, see you in a wee while. Right then, just picked up the last of the couple of patches that Courseplay missed there and get back to the farm. But you know what I'm going to miss most about this series and this save? My farm. I really am. This is one of the best farms, if no, the best farm that I have ever had the pleasure of playing on in Farming Simulator. I love building farms. I've built many, many farms. But, and I think I've said this before now, I'm sure a load of you are aware the farm that I have here on Saxlingham was built by my good friend and legend farm builder Chimera, and she has said that this one in particular, a while ago, she feels that this one is one of her finest creations, and I'm super honoured to be able to say that, yeah, here I am playing on what is essentially what she considers to be some of her best work. I am really going to miss this. It's an amazing setup, it really is. I wish I could share it with the wider community, but of course because it's been made using almost all I think almost all of the buildings on here, bar a couple, are MA7 assets, which are, you know, they're ones you have to buy and pay for separately, so unfortunately that's something that's out of my hands, but nonetheless, I am really going to miss this place. It is an incredible farm, it really is. But anyway, onwards and upwards, pastures new, as it were, quite literally in some cases. So what do we need to do now? Right, we need to get drilling. We need to pick up our planter that we've got over there. We're going to be using the JCB, which has got me in it still, somehow. This is a bug, I'm sure of it. I experienced this in Farming Simulator 22 as well. This is very strange, isn't it? How very odd. Now I've gone. Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, right. Enough of that. Let's get our equipment hitched up. And we'll go over to our buy point there and load up with a bit of seed. Just got to manoeuvre my way in and out of this little shed here where I've got this lot stored. Right, that should be about us there, I think, I hope. So, let's open the door and get out. Now, I've just actually appreciated that I've got... wrong button. There we are. Now, as you can see, I've actually got a mod conflict running on here. That's something that slipped my mind before jumping into this save. But I'm running cab cinematic, and I'm also running Loki's realistic cab view as well. The one that allows you to press shift and move and lean forward, and the one that stops the full 360-degree rotation of the cab view. But if you notice here, when I go to climb into my cab, I press enter, and as you can see, the animation starts looking at the front. It doesn't follow from where I'm actually standing, and that is a conflict that sits between the realistic cab view one that allows you to do that. So yeah, just wanted to make you aware of that. If anyone is running cab cinematic and realistic cab view, I'd meant to disable realistic cab view before doing this. But you know what? I was actually quite excited to get back on here, so I've kind of jumped in here, made sure all my mods were up to date, but I've jumped in here and forgotten to turn that mod off. So yeah, just thought I'd bring it to your attention, if any of you are wondering why it does that. I know Templeton Peck is aware of it. I had a discussion with him a wee while ago. But I suppose while we're here, we may as well use it, haven't we? Have a lean back. Right, and I'm going to try my best to remember to open the doors as well without merging through the doors on this one. There we go. Let's get that connected up. Nice. Cables. Lovely stuff. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Right. And because I use toggles to open and close the doors, but it's very difficult to actually just do one at a time for some reason. Right. Let's fold that up. I want to change the crop to sorghum. There we are. Lovely stuff. Right then. Right, we're out of there. Lovely. Let's pop the lid on the box in front. Bring up the F1 menu. Right, start filling with seeds. Yep, we should get them a little bit cheaper from this buy point. There we are. In fact, yeah, I could do with a bit of diesel, couldn't I? Yeah, let's just do that from here. Yeah, that'll do. Lovely. Right. Okay. I'll sort a couple of things out in here, and I'll make my way to the field, and I'll see you there in a minute. There we go, all sorted. You can put seed and solid fertiliser in this hopper in front, can't you? So I just wanted to make sure I'd just loaded it up, and the capacity that we can put on the seed drill behind us with seed, because we're going to be running the fertiliser afterwards with our sprayer. That's the idea anyway. So we can just load this up with as much seed as we can and see how many of the 3 fields we can get done from what we've got here. So this is the first one. This is the biggest field. What are we on acre-wise in this one? Let me just jump into the menu and remind myself here. So, field 42. 32.39 acres. It is the... It's one of the... I think it's the biggest field on the map, this one. Yeah, it is a big one. Right, there we go. On. Lovely stuff. Let's get drilling.
The horizon pulls me closer, a whisper in the wind. The map is blank before me. Where do I begin? No fear of what's uncertain. The unknown feels like home. With every step I'm finding a place I've never known. Let's go where no one has ever been. A world unseen beneath our skin. Through endless skies we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless sea. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless seas. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Oh. Come drift with me. Oh. And come drift with me. Oh. And come drift with me. And come drift with me.
Right, here we are. We're back in field 42 now, spreading a bit of liquid fertiliser, picking up the nitrogen levels of this field. I have already done the field of sunflowers across the road, and of course the soybeans that we drilled. Don't need any, so that's one job not that I don't have to do, so it saved me a little bit of time. But yeah, the farm is in a decent position now, so let's just jump very quickly into the precision farming menu first and foremost. Show you where we're up to here. So everything's fed and watered, I suppose, in a roundabout way. We're in field 42 up here, spreading a nice even patch of green. But yeah, field 39 here, the beans, they're fine. Everything's healthy there. What's in field 37? The canola. We've got canola here in field 37. That's going to be a cash crop as well, as is the potatoes over here in 16. Now, of course, like I said, I'm bringing the series to an end. But if I did ever consider picking it back up again, which I might do in the future, because I have yearned for this map and this farm for when I'm not playing on it, so I may well pick it up again and maybe do a live stream on it, perhaps. I don't know. It's just nice to leave the options open there. So yeah, just keeping myself in a good position on this save game. But yeah, everything's good. We've got the field, so field 16 here, potatoes. Like I say, this is a cash crop. This will be harvested in August and bring in a decent amount of money onto the farm. Field 37, the canola, cash crop again, harvesting in July. Obviously, we planted the field 39 with soybeans just now. We got field 41 here, wheat. That is to go towards the grain section of the pig food, harvesting in July. Field 42, of course, sorghum. We did that as well today, and also field 46. We've got fields 22, 25, 30 and 40, which are all grass, which are all going to go towards the cows, the goats and the sheep. And of course, we've got a massive quantity of potatoes here in the shed that is going towards the root crop side of the pig food. So the base food, the protein, the grain and the root crop side of the pigs are all sorted. They're the kind of most challenging one, aren't they? Like the cows here, they're grass fed, so they're nice and easy, as of course as are the sheep and the goats. But the pigs, this was my first proper time really playing with pigs in Farming Simulator. I'd never really done them before, so yep, I've scratched that itch, as it were. We no doubt may well do them again in the future. I now know what goes into them, and you know, the amount of field work and crops and stuff that you've got to maintain and grow to keep your pigs fed, which is great. Yeah, you can do it easily. You can go to the shop and buy in some pig food, but where's the fun in that? It's nice to be able to manage them all from the ground up, as it were, so that's all good. Now, look at the money. We're doing all right for money, £310,000 again. Oh, actually, that's a good point. We do actually have a bit of debt, don't we? So let's settle that debt before we call it here. Where are we? Higher purchasing, so where are we at now? Total. Remaining cost to a settlement cost, 196,227. So let's settle early. Can I settle that early? Oh, I need to click on that one, don't I? Settle early. Are you sure you want to settle? 188194 will be deducted from your account immediately. Yeah, there we go. We now own the item outright. That was the Valtra tractor, and we still owe just over 8 grand on my Farmer Sim Edition Richard Weston trailer. Boom! There we go. Still got a 6-figure bank account, and that'll do for me. 113 grand. Not bad at all. And of course, you know, like I keep mentioning, we've got the cash crop of tatties in the field and we've got the cash crop of canola. So come harvest time in July and August, if I do ever pick it up again, there'll be a buttload more money in the account. So that's all good. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, Saxlingham. I know it's not been a massive series length episode-wise. I think what we're on, is this episode 17, I think, if I remember correctly. But I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here on Saxlingham, on this save, on this incredible farm of mine that Kim very kindly built for me. I have really enjoyed it. I do hope you guys have enjoyed the content as well, most importantly. I hope you've enjoyed watching me faff around on here, doing what we do in Farming Simulator. But yeah, I think it's time to call end on this episode. So, nothing much more left to say, but from the cows here, from the sheep, from the goats, and from me, Farmer Sim, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do hope you have enjoyed this series. If you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed this video and you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please hit that like button too, as it does do wonders, helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And if you like the idea of supporting the channel, there are a couple of ways you can do that. There is my Giants Partner promo code, if any of you are in the market for purchasing Farming Simulator 25 or any of its add-ons or DLCs. There is coffee.com, if you'd like to buy me a coffee. And there is also my G-Portal affiliate link, if any of you are in the market for an online server to play with your mates. Any help and support here, everyone, would be massively appreciated. So, thanks again for your time again, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.